The story of Stanford started.
The secretary had already made up her mind about the couple the moment they walked through the door. They had come from somewhere rural, she guessed, the kind of people who had no business setting foot in Harvard Yard. "We would like to see the president," the man said, his voice calm and unhurried. "He's busy," the secretary replied, not looking up from her desk. "We'll wait," the woman said simply. And so they did. For hours, the secretary ignored them, shuffling papers and attending to other visitors, quietly willing the couple to grow weary and leave. But they sat patiently in their modest clothes, the woman in a plain dress, the man in an inexpensive suit, showing no signs of discouragement. Eventually, watching her own irritation mount, the secretary decided she had no choice but to do the one thing she always dreaded: interrupt the president. "If you speak with them for just a few minutes," she suggested carefully, "I imagine they'll be on their way." The president grimaced. A man of his position and reputation could hardly afford to squander his afternoon on strangers who looked as though they had wandered in from the countryside. Still, he straightened his coat, composed his expression into something between dignity and disdain, and walked out to meet them. The woman spoke first, her voice gentle and unhesitating. "Our son attended Harvard for 1 year. He loved this place deeply, and was very happy here. Sadly, he died in an accident last year. My husband and I would like to do something to honor his memory, perhaps contribute something to the campus." The president's expression did not soften. He had heard enough. "Madam," he said, "we cannot erect a statue for every student who attends Harvard and passes away. If we did, this campus would begin to resemble a cemetery." "Oh no," the woman said quickly, shaking her head. "We weren't thinking of a statue at all. We would like to donate a building." The president's eyes moved slowly over the woman's dress, then to the man's worn suit. He almost smiled.
This is how the story of Stanford started, rooted in a legacy established in 1891.
"A building?" he said. "I'm not sure you appreciate what that involves. The buildings here at Harvard have cost over $7.5 million apiece." A brief silence settled over the room. The president waited, satisfied. Surely now they would thank him politely and leave. But the woman turned quietly to her husband and said, almost in a whisper, "Is that all it costs to start a university? Then why don't we simply start our own?" Her husband nodded. The color drained slowly from the president's face. Mr. and Mrs. Leland Stanford rose from their chairs, thanked no one in particular, and walked out into the afternoon. They traveled west to Palo Alto, California, and there, in memory of the son Harvard had not seen fit to acknowledge, they founded a university of their own. Leland Stanford Junior University opened its doors in 1891. It was named for their beloved boy, a quiet, lasting memorial to a life cut short. Today, Stanford University stands among the finest institutions of learning in the world. It is remarkably easy to judge by appearances, and it is equally easy, in doing so, to make a very costly mistake.